Hey everyone, this amazing ESO Network show is brought to you by our fine sponsor, Amazon.com. Please remember to shop Amazon for all your geeky needs, no matter what time of the year it is. All you need to do is go to esopodcast.com/ESO Amazon, or click on the Amazon banner on the ESO Network webpage to go to our e-store. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, that's enough of me babbling for now. Now on with your regular scheduled show.
Previously on Podcasserole. Glomer is one of the most underrated cartoon characters of all time.
Some call Glomer the Jar Jar of the PBU, you know. I haven't stepped foot inside of a Subway since, really.
And neither is Jared.
It's true.
You're over at my home every week. Is there a meth lab here?
Not a big one.
I choose him, the one called Kirk. I'm freaking James D. Kirk.
Find out more about Podcasserole now on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Google Play. And don't forget AdamandJP.com and the ESO Network.
Hello and welcome again to the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast. I am the host, the Monster, back to give you some sci-fi news for this week, which has been a weird week for me just because I already pre-recorded myself with Mr. Gene while we were heading off to dinner in the car. So we just talked about a variety of different topics, such as the Aquaman footage, the Oscars, the death of Bill Paxton. So while that's normally my big three topics, something came up just the other day, today being Saturday, and the information I got was that Jared Leto, who played the Joker in the Suicide Squad, there might be a new Tron Legacy, or not Tron Legacy, but a new Tron movie in which he might be attached to. So if you remember, the original one came out in 1982 with Jeff Bridges and Bruce Boxleitner, and then 2010 we got, of course, Jeff Bridges back, but we also have Garrett Hedlund and Olivia Wilde in it. So, leaving the way the movie it was done, we expected a sequel to come out shortly thereafter. It did well enough in the box office worldwide, but then in 2015, that was basically pulled. So, according to this information that I'm reading, this is from the Hollywood Reporter, was that sources to this new project is that it's not a direct sequel, but is kind of being built on the screenplay or the script for Tron 3. So Leto will be playing a character named Ares, who does not appear on screen, but is a key player in the script. So I don't know how I would feel about that if they don't continue that storyline. The whole idea of continuing this Tron as a franchise, I think it would be interesting enough for at least one more movie. But I would want to have, not so much Flynn back, but at least a connection to the last two movies, and not just somewhere in the Tron universe this is also going on. So, again, this is just very early. Nothing is cement in stone, but if this is what's happening, of course I'll keep my eye out for it. But I'm not really that enthusiastic about it. I'm enthusiastic about Tron in general, and very happy with the Tron Legacy, and I know many people didn't like it or care for it, but you have a right to like what you like. So, aside from that, let me go ahead and end my portion of the opening of this Sci-Fi News podcast and just give you what Gene and I talked about in the car on the way to dinner. Please be advised, if you have small ones in the car or you're at work, this is definitely not safe for work. This is not safe for children's ears, as Gene and I are cursing up a storm just because that's what we do. So nonetheless, I hope you have fun listening to that podcast. Yes. Yes, oh God. How'd you know my name?
Oh.
No.
No, I will not be part of a universe where you, Q, are God. No, I refuse to accept that.
Well, you know, Brickheart. So what a shitty day today.
Tell me about your day, Monty.
Got a broken washing machine.
You had that fixed, I thought, today.
Now it's broke. Completely. So that's been fun. And I smell.
What do you smell?
I smell dirty clothes. Tired of going by the river and beat my clothes on a rock.
Aren't you going to end up down there anyway? You know, in a van
Down by the river? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
or,
be
you
there.
know, the soap that you make from the,
Pig's fat?
well, not pig's fat necessarily.
Human fat.
Yes, thank you.
So this whole week of sci-fi stuff, I'm like, okay.
There's stuff going on. The Final Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer dropped.
I did.
That what's his name? No-named actor that we don't know is going to be Black Bolt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the trailer I saw, I'm like, I don't think I remember laughing once.
Not even when Groot says
No.
hi and
No.
Gamora's like, yeah.
Not even. Not once. Not even. I
You're
don't
too
know.
enveloped in your own life to enjoy creative things.
I guess so. But
That
it
can
was
happen to you,
It was
sir.
nothing like the first trailer, where I was laughing out loud, hilarity ensued. But this was just like, all right. And there's his dad.
The basic schism that you face, sir, is that your life sometimes permeates your ability to enjoy life, which is okay and understandable. I have beer to escape into, or alcohol. But, you know, what am I going to tell you?
Did you at least see the Aquaman footage?
I did. So he swims up and he's, yeah.
Okay, I'm like, look, I'm always of the mindset, how are they going to do that kind of effect? The man from Atlantis, not from Atlantis, not that, no Patrick Duffy, man from Atlantis stuff.
Love that
Although,
shit.
I love that dolphin sequence in which he outraced a dolphin. If you ever saw the pilot long ago, it was one of the coolest scenes. But nonetheless, I was so impressed by just that 2-second clip.
Yeah, it was very short. I was like,
Yeah.
that's it?
But still, I now understand how it's going to look and how it feels. I'm just wondering if he uses his telekinetic powers or,
Dr. Fish, which,
Right.
again, the new Aquaman, the new 52 says, Dr. Fish, they're brainless. What
Right.
You're eating here at a seafood restaurant? Yeah. What's wrong with that?
But it'd be kind of nice to just see the little sonic little.
No, you can't do it that way.
It'll be underwater.
I mean, we all wondered how we would show Daredevil sing. We learned in the Daredevil movie how that would be.
Yeah, with the water and
The
sound.
Land of Fire and the
Yeah.
whole thing in the Netflix series.
But at least with this, I'm like, okay, I'm not that worried. Not like when they kind of make it seem like they're underwater and they have like wind machines floating their hair and they're like,
Yeah, it's
Faking
the 21st
it.
century. We don't need to do that.
yeah. So at least with that, all right, we'll see what happens from that point on.
I'm just worried about the DC Universe. I'm like, whatever you need to do to keep Affleck on your projects. Because if he leaves, he's got 2 movies under his belt. If he fucking leaves for solo movies, you're done.
Yeah.
It's over.
But we're okay. Matt came back,
Yeah, and he said, welcome to the Batcave on Twitter.
right? And it's like, no, I'm leaving. No, come back. It's like, all right, fine, I'm here. So it was a bit of a scare, but it's just like
You, the DC Universe fan, scared! Scared!
very much so because it's like, what do we have to show for? Oh, we have an Oscar now.
Yeah, for
Suicide Squad.
costume design of the hair.
Oh my
Good for you all!
So that's
Dr. Beyond lost for that.
and I'm like, well, no, that's absolutely hideous. I'm sorry, I like Suicide Squad, but makeup-wise, no. It makes completely no sense. And I forgot which year that Edith Piaf, that movie, the Bien La Rose, whatever that was, got an Oscar for her fucking nose. A nose job. That's all it was. And it beat out...
specific, please.
Okay, there was a movie in which... There was a movie about Edith Piaf, who sings La Bien La Rose.
Okay.
A very famous French singer. The actress who played her had to have a makeup prosthesis of her nose. So that's all it was.
Okay.
And she won a fucking Oscar. That makeup won an Oscar just for a fucking nose.
It's a slow year.
Yeah.
I was surprised this year that the Oscars were kind of balanced. Like last year was the no black people, all white, and this year was pretty balanced. La 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 didn't sweep, got 6. You know, everyone got their own little thing. I was like, all right, that's fine. And that wonderful cliffhanger ending,
which I'm like, I heard about it the next day because I'm like, I wasn't really interested in the Oscars.
I didn't watch it. I usually watch the Oscars drunk. I didn't even watch it this year.
But I watched it the next day on Hulu. So I'm like, I'm waiting through. I'm like, holy crap. I wish I had seen it at that moment and been
it would have been a P moment,
Yeah. And I'm like, that's so bad. And of course, the ramification is the two people
You're
that
never
were there,
coming back.
Right, exactly.
You're done. You screwed this up.
You had one job, and you had to take a picture of Emma Stone.
I love that Emma Stone's like, no, I was holding the card. That's not the card I was given. You're like, wait, so what fucking happened? Oh, you guys were twittering. Okay.
Yeah. You thought you can delete it, and like no one will know.
So
Too
prestigious.
late.
You had to bet. You knew the Oscar winners beforehand. You could have been a contender. You could have done something.
Oh, really?
No, you're done.
We're doing that line now?
Well,
It's
on the waterfront. It's awesome.
Oh, you know, Mick. That's my Rocky imitation. Whatever. So, overall, I thought the Oscars were okay. Nothing that historical, although the Matt Damon and
Jimmy Kimmel thing.
Jimmy Kimmel was pretty fun.
How about that great gag where he brought that gaggle of people in that didn't know what was going on? Wasn't that fun?
Because I left it running and I was fixing something in the kitchen. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't care for that.
Didn't really work. They were like, what?
But when they called out,
this is Nicole Kidman. She's right here. Go ahead, take a selfie.
Like,
Nicole Kidman's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'll be a good sport, but it's already 5 hours long. The show, can I just... Yeah, funny.
But when they called out Ben Affleck and guest, that was funny. And when Matt was trying to talk, he was being played out, which I thought that was very funny. So
I don't know. Some gags just don't hit. I still think the best Oscar host in the past few years is Seth MacFarlane.
Really?
Saw your boobs? Come on! And
I know, but that was
no introduction.
After that, it went nowhere. I mean, where can you go from show me your boobs?
I wanted Eddie Murphy to host, but he pulled out.
That's what she said.
I know.
But that was because of the whole gay controversy thing that I don't even remember what it was.
By the way, I'd like to say that I've seen X-Men Age of Apocalypse again.
And
it is god-awful. How can you... I mean, fine, Olivia Munn is nice, but for God's sake.
Look, it's something that, you know what?
I listen to the commentary. This gave me nothing.
I don't care.
So let me get this straight. Apocalypse likes to design costumes.
You like John Carter.
Yes, I do.
Right, and we're going to talk about this. This is going to be in the next rewatch movie.
I hope I can be there.
Oh, well, you have to be there. You said you want to do this shit.
I want to be there with your Star Trek 5 thing, which you did on your own, which I'm sorry I couldn't be there for your 100th anniversary thing. I'm sorry, life gets in the way.
No, your teeth got in the way.
I know. 3 of them out. It's still bleeding out of the mouth.
How's that treating you? But aside from that, it's been a weird, slow week. Normally, I would have to no, I got to pick just 3. Here, I'm just I got scrap.
You talking about Bill Paxton dying?
Bill Paxton dying, yes, which is sad. And
I got him confused with Bill Pullman.
You used to pull. I'm like, wait, you sure? And I'm looking up on IMDb. It's like, no.
I was talking to Lori about it. Lori, my friend, she was just like, she finally got sick of it because I'm like, he was in but I was getting confused. I'm like, he was a Twister, he did this, he was a Lone Star. Wrong. And Lori said, oh my God, Bill Pullman died! And I was like, oh, you finally understand. She's like, no. You're just bitching it too hard. I don't give a fuck, dude. It's like...
And not knocking Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton has a lot of different roles.
Titanic.
But they're always supporting. They're nothing like he's the lead. But not to say that to take away anything from him, because he was always great in those leads. Not those leads, but in those performances that he gave. So he is great at what he did. But, unfortunately, I'm sad that he has gone. He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on season 1, which you have not seen. So
I will not see that.
I can't.
I tried to explain it to Laura. Like, geez, they bring Coulson back to life. I'm like, yeah, in 2 seasons, and then they
No. It's in the first season.
But it
I know, but just trust me when I say this.
Yeah, watch Enterprise, G. No. Watch Agents. No.
All right. Season 4 of Enterprise.
I just got to that. I'll give you a pass, G. Just watch season 4.
They're selling the Blu-ray edition of Enterprise, all for a season for $60, like on Amazon. I'm like, I wonder why.
It's free on Netflix.
I know, but the thing is that you can't give away the first 3 seasons, So if you can get through the first 3 seasons, at least you have some rewards in season 4.
There's some appeal. Like, I own Voyagers season 4 through 6.
Right? Why?
Why do I do that?
7 of 9.
She saved the show. She's a good actress, and she's attractive to look at. I don't care about anything else.
Well, it's really season 4.
The Ukampa? Who cares about the Ukampa?
The silver jumpsuit, that's all you really need.
You need a lot more than that. I have beer, so it's okay.
Beers and 7 of 9. Although, there was, I was watching it, The Captains again. And thinking about the whole struggles that they were going through for everyone.
The turmoil, the way that, Janeway talks about, tore apart my family. I'm like, wow, well, shit, paycheck is paycheck, but you got to make those choices, dear. They're not easy.
But, damn.
Scott Bakula, you're like, I got divorced on the show. You're like,
oh. And then, of course, what's his name? Cisco.
Rick Brooks. I've gone insane and I'm at a piano.
He's just scattered.
That's okay. He gave a good performance.
Yeah.
And he got to be captain eventually.
Yeah, and then, Discovery's got pushed back to the fall now.
It's coming out. It doesn't matter.
I know. But
the problem with that, though, is that there's so many other things to interfere with your watching that.
Right. Well, that plus that the lead actress is still working on Walking Dead, so it's just how you can do this while there's still production going on. That's what's going on.
Find a way.
Life finds a way.
Wow. Thank you, Ian Malcolm. Thank you so much.
So we still have Logan that we're going to do a review.
Hope so.
Soon.
That'd be nice.
I mean, it's coming.
Comes out this Friday. Tonight! Actually, it's out tonight!
But we can't.
I know, because I turned into a pumpkin. At 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. And I have to work tomorrow. And but sometime during the week we'll get together. Hopefully, if we sing it off the weekend, we can review it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. And then the week after that, Kong Skull Island.
Not watching that.
Look, that's my shit. I'm gonna be all over that.
You take that shit. You keep that shit to yourself. All right. I don't want that shit touching me. I don't even want to see that shit.
Hey.
We're just pitching the Universal ride, which opened.
Which I heard is bad. It's like, whatever. Whenever replacing a ride with another ride, then you're like, oh, so that's what that is? Like the Tower of Terror being replaced with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Only in Disneyland.
Right.
I gotta go to fucking Disneyland for that.
I'm sure it will come over to Disney World. Eventually. Because the movie's coming out. So if it does well, I'm sure it'll happen. But
I gotta go to fucking Disney fucking Shanghai to see their Tron
the
thing.
Tron ride, and
and their pirates.
Or the Iron Man ride. I'm like, damn it. Everyone else has the cool shit. We get Soarin'. Great.
Soarin' World.
So I'm boring. But damn. So that's the other thing that hopefully I get to do is travel later this year.
to the library convention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go to Chi-Town. And
You enjoy that.
I better enjoy that.
You better.
4 days of debauchery and books. And paper cuts.
But you're bringing your wife.
But that's okay.
Who asked me, was like, what are you guys doing on Thursday? I'm like, oh, Monday I gotta hang out. I think, you should come here to our Mexican celebration thing. I'm like, no. No.
I can't go. So aside from that, I can't think of anything else. Again, it's a
dry week.
It's a dry week.
Weeks.
I know.
Use the lube. What's wrong with you? Come on.
I don't.
You complain about this?
I don't use lube. I use the Vaseline.
That's even worse. That burns through the condoms.
Who says I use condoms?
Oh, jeez. Are you allergic to it? Is it the latex allergy?
Meh.
Jeez.
I go all in.
Okay. Just don't forget to tip the dresser, okay?
Wow. I just give the tip.
Are we done with this?
I guess we are. We can end it right now.
Let's have dinner.
Let's have dinner. Well, there you have it, folks. Another sci-fi news podcast is done. And I want to thank Mr. Gene for taking me out to dinner, because I could have used a good break, and that was definitely good company to have, just because, like I said, my washing machine was broken for a while. We tried to get it fixed, and it was working, and then it stopped working. So it was not a good day, considering it really cut into our time to hang out the whole day, practically. So, all right. So, as we mentioned, Logan is now out. Is pretty much, there's what I've been hearing and reading, good reviews so far, but I'm hoping to see it tomorrow on Sunday or sometime earlier this week, and then hopefully Gene and I will get together and do a podcast review of the Logan movie. So aside from that, next Friday, again, it's going to be a big week for me because I have the sci-fi news as usual. I'm going to try to do the King Kong Skull Island review thereafter, and the King Kong versus King Kong, my first versus podcast, which I am so behind on, but I'm hoping to get it done by Friday. So it's been a very hectic week. Plus, I'm preparing for a young adults author who's coming to my library, who is actually going to be doing a podcast with us. So in addition to everything that I'm doing, that's also work-related, is this book that I'm having to read. So I had to put down my Osaka book that I was really getting into. But I had to do this. I only had a week to do. So I'm almost done. And I'm actually enjoying it. But definitely not sci-fi in any respect. But, hey, it's a podcast, and I like doing it. So, all right. So enough of me yammering. Thank you very much for listening to me. You can always email me at monstersci-fi-show@gmail.com if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about my mentality, because I have none, and you can question it. So, thank you very much for listening to me on the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast, sci-fi from a certain point of view. Good night.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network, your station for all things geek, classic, current, and beyond. Be part of the crew at ESONetwork.com.